Sorry for all the technical difficulties tonight. Jacob, my main man, the wizard, I like to call him, because he's the man behind the curtain. He does all the magic. He was at a school board meeting. Yours truly and Mitchell Bertram were up here trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm not as smart as him, but...
Well, he's got a couple years on you, that's why.
Yeah, no
That's the only reason. Don't sell yourself short, Mitch. So the game started with a 13-10 Holdingford lead. Paynesville was playing him really tough. As you can see now, as the score is 42-22, Paynesville down by 20. This full court press that Holdingford has put on has been pretty hard on the girls. Bryn Johnson sitting with 3 fouls, 2 or 3. A lot of fouls here in this first half. Both teams over the limit with 10 fouls. And unfortunately, since we lost our online, I don't have the up-to-date scoring for the Dogs. I'm going to try to pick it up as we go again here. I know Macy Carlson's made a couple free throws. This one is off. I can tell you that Callie Ryder has a 3-pointer. Harley Kunsleben has a 3. Sophie Strand has a 2-point bucket. Macy's free throw is good. And you know what, Mitchell? Macy's so new to the varsity that we don't even have her on the program here on the varsity. So we're going to have to make do here as we go.
That's fine. Macy's a dang good player, and I mean, she's definitely up there trying to press for the Dogs, and she's been doing a good job trying to keep her hands up and not fouling.
Yeah, you're right. You know, I know she's got 2 fouls here tonight, and that's going to happen with a young player. Quickly up, this is Sophie Strand off the back iron, no good. Becker, the 6-foot senior, with the rebound. She's a very good ball player. This is Garrett up and in. Grace Garrett, the 5'9" center junior only. Macy bounce pass, tried to sneak it in there, stolen away. Second half, we're going to have better stats, of course, since we are back live stream. I can't thank Mr. Jacob enough for getting this set up again. Sure do appreciate that. Again, Jacob was at that school board meeting tonight, so this is Kylie Everson gets it stolen. That's a turnover for the Bulldogs. I had them down for 8 turnovers earlier when we were trying to get the live stream going. Then, of course, we were going to call it and say no more. And then the Bertram brothers got us back online here. Goes inside, kicks it out. Top of the key, that is Garrett's. She swings it, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound, long rebound, pulled down by the Huskers. Garrett's again out on top. Bounce pass on the wing. Not much time left. Garrett's going to have to hoist this one inside the 3-point line, and it's good. They're going to count the basket, a 2-point basket. Our halftime score, Holdingford 46. The Paynesville Bulldogs 23. So with those 23 points, I know I only got us down for about 13, 14 points, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately. I wasn't able to keep our stats, so what we're going to do is just pick up our stats as the second half proceeds. Mitchell, what did you see? I know that you were busy with your brother trying to get this live stream going, but I saw the girls worked a little harder out there and had some nice plays early on.
Yeah, I know. Well, from what I've been watching, it's very, very rough basketball. I mean, there's been a couple of calls and non-calls that you just think, I mean, you're officials, but, I mean, you can't catch them all. I know Carlson was getting pretty heated at one point, and so a coach should be. He's got to try to encourage his girls, and even when the calls aren't going their way.
Yeah, I know that Coach Carlson did get a technical early in that first half, or halfway through that first half. So, of course, one more, and I believe he'd have to be escorted out if we get that second technical. But usually those coaches, they get that first one and they settle down, and they'll be sitting down on the bench the rest of that half. Holdingford comes into this ball game with a record of 7-8, a pretty good ball club. I just got a text from my sister. Yep, we're up and live now. We're good to go. Unfortunately, again, for those joining us now, we had some issues with our live stream. 5 listeners, we thank you for tuning in. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors we're back up here in the Crow's Nest, ready to rock and or roll. We got a little 3-point action going for What we got down there, Mitchell? We got Gatorades or waters?
I think they look like pops, but
you going down there to hoist one up?
I don't think so.
I see your mom and dad here. Maybe they give you $1.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, so with that, we're going to take a break now that we're online. I'm going to try to figure out these scores for Paynesville. Unfortunately, we could go down there and ask Dawn down there. She should have the official book. Maybe we'll do that. So we're going to take a little break here and be back. We got about 8 minutes before the second half kicks off here in Paynesville.
Listen to this.
Does that remind you of anything?
We good?
Should be.
We're good. We're back up here in the Crow's Nest. We got about 2 minutes before the second half starts. And I have got the leader of the Bertram clan up here in the Crow's Nest, Mr. Jeff Bertram. Jeff, how you doing tonight?
Real good, Lee. How are you?
I'm doing great. You know what I call your oldest son? I call him the Wizard.
Yep.
Because he's always working behind the curtain, getting me set up. All I got to do is sit up here and talk. You and I could do this job,
He
Jeff.
makes us sound good, doesn't he?
He does, doesn't he? It's awesome. So, you got a son graduating this year. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's great. We're excited for him, and he's got a great class, and he's got a great future, and it's good to see him get involved in the school board meeting tonight.
Yep.
Well, Mitchell's right here watching, making sure everything goes on. So,
and you know, the thing is, with Jacob gone to that school board meeting, Mitchell and I were up here. We're kind of scrambling, and I don't know what we're going to do when Jacob does graduate. How are we going to do this?
well, he's going to have to train somebody else.
He already told me, he's going to make a little sheet here for us, for us not so smart people to try to figure this out. We're going to try to do it up.
Pass it on. You started something good. Keep it going.
Yeah, I know. We do really enjoy this up here. And, of course, with Jacob, I know he will try to pass it on to somebody in the lower grades, and with Mitchell playing sports too, though, it's going to be tough for her.
Yep.
We're going to have somebody come up here and help me out in the wintertime.
And Jacob will be back. He said he'll come back and help you once in a while. And he's going to be doing some of the other stuff. Maybe at St. Cloud State, he might be doing some of this. So.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Then he's going to come back. He's going to be professional,
Yep.
and I'm going to be out of a job.
That's right. That's right.
Well, you got to be proud of your two sons up here helping me out. I sure do appreciate you letting them come up here and help us out, Jeff.
We are.
Thank you so much,
Yep.
Mr. Jeff Bertram.
Thank you.
Coming up here and helping us out in the Crow's Nest today. I love it. Mitchell went downstairs and got me some of those stats for y'all. I appreciate that, Mitchell. He's got those young legs. He can still run with the best of them. So our halftime stats. Callie Ryder with 5 points. Kylie Everson with 2. Harley Kunsleben with that 3-pointer. Sophie Strand with a 2-point bucket. Natalie Leeser with 2. Bryn Johnson with 2. Both Natalie and Bryn were in foul trouble. And Macy Carlson, the freshman, with 7 points, leading the Bulldogs as we're getting ready for that second half, Mitch.
Here we go. I mean, I hope this half is the refs kind of. Whoops.
Whoa, we're losing. We're losing Mitchell almost.
I hope the refs talked a little bit, and hopefully they'll start calling some of them.
Yeah, the thing is, it's a really physical game down there with this. That was Becker right there with that 2-pointer. Now she just kicks it out of bounds for the holding forward team. She's a 6-foot senior, and with that aggressiveness down low, Mitchell, you know about that, how you like to play aggressive down low, and you're going to get some calls both ways, for you and against you in that situation. This is Bryn Johnson, drives the lane, kicks it out to Natalie Leeser. I believe Natalie has 3 fouls also. She gets it turned over. Yeah, that's a double dribble on Nat. I had Paynesville down for 10 turnovers in the first. That's unofficial. We're going to start over with 1 turnover here to start the second. 48-23. Holdingford comes in with a record of 7-8. The Dogs are on the road on Thursday night at St. John's Prep. They will be playing at the campus at St. John's University. Not at the big gym. It'll be at the high school auditorium. Smaller gym there. This is Becker's down low. Becker, she's going to get the foul. And I think it's going to be on Sophie or it's on Harley. Let's see who the headmaster puts up there. It looks like it's number 12, Harley Kunsleben, and that's Harley's 3rd foul. For Holdingford, their leading scorer, again, thank you, Jacob, it is that Becker, and she makes a free throw there. She's got 13 points now. Mitchell, do you guys go on the road this week for the guys?
Yes, we do. We have BVE on Thursday.
That's right, at Bruton. Yep. Lindy Hennon sneaking out deep, and she gets fouled by Becker. Nice look there by Harley Kunsleben, the old baseball pass down court. So Lindy Hennon will go to the free throw line, and the foul is on Becker, her first only. Free throw is good for Hennon. Lindy Hennon's first points of the game.
I know that last call on Natalie when she had that double dribble, it's kind of hard because our team is smaller, and they're definitely going to use their size and their height to double team us like they have the first half, and hopefully that they can start doing that press again.
Yeah, that's a good point, Mitchell, because they did it looked like every pass that we tried to get out there, they would double team just like that. And that's tough. When you're not used to being pressed, it's really hard for the girls to make that next pass.
And they definitely can dribble, but it's a lot harder to dribble up the ball instead of passing the ball.
Yep.
Well, when they take away them passing lanes, that makes it even harder.
That's exactly right.
That's the point of a press.
Yeah. 25-point lead right now for the Huskers from Holdingford. Again, they come in with a 7-8 record. So this will be our only live stream of the week with the girls on the road and the guys on the road on Thursday night. Next week, I believe we have Mitchell, your guys, at home on Tuesday. Trying to think, who was that against? Jacob, do you remember? I think we looked it up. Holdingford, the boys from Holdingford come here. And then I believe the girls have a home game against Pierce next Thursday, so we're going to, of course, try to get both those games here on our live stream.
Yep, it looks like Holdingford here on the 29th.
Okay. End of January coming up here.
It's hard to believe. Today was our first day of the second semester. School is halfway through. We're counting down the days.
Nice. And you're still eligible?
Oh, yes.
Nice.
I saw Max Maher in the hallway. He said, God, why is everyone so happy? Is it because everyone's got a 4.0 already?
There you go. Right. There's a turnover. Holdingford's first of the half. They pass it right to Bryn Johnson. Bryn now brings it up. Pulls up at the free three-point line. Back out. Harley Kunstleibin almost stolen. Now she's going to yank up that three-pointer, and it's in and out. Nice-looking shot. Rebound. Oh, and she loses it. That's going to be a turnover. Second turnover of the half for Holdingford.
I was worried that was going to be a foul. They came up coming, and it looked like it was clean, and I'm glad that they did call it a travel, because if that would have been a foul,
right,
fans would not be happy.
Yeah, it was close. Oh, boy, and there's just a lazy pass that goes between the legs of Bryn Johnson. That's one thing we got to get better at, is our passing. Nothing wrong with the bounce pass, but you don't want it down by the ankles. Kind of tough to corral that pass. This is number 10, Paige Soltis, senior. Ooh, swings it over. This is Garrett's. Garrett's another senior.
Well, and Holdingford definitely knows how to move the ball around, and that's how you're going to shift your defense around, and hopefully you get in for just like that.
And just like that, Danielle Lyon. Sophomore, 6-foot senior, or 6-foot center, excuse me. She is fouled by number 14, Sophie Strand. Sophie's first foul of the night. And Lyon hits the free throw. She has 4 points now tonight. Kylie Everson in for the Bulldogs. Callie Ryder had some good minutes for the Dogs in the first half. Still hasn't played here in the second. Second free throw is good by Lyon. She has 5. Full court. Looks like a 3-2. Looks like they want to trap, and there's a tip, and it's going to be a turnover. Picked up by Holdingford. Third turnover for the Dogs tonight in the second half. This is Patrick.
Yeah, I definitely know what the girls are going to be doing tomorrow in practice, practicing that break in the press.
Yep, exactly. There's Lyon again. First 2-point bucket of the night for her. Yeah, they bring 3 up in the front court, and then they're going to trap on the wings, and there's another turnover. Ooh. And it's rolling around and is picked up by Everson. Lindy Henning was down on the floor ground there, got it. Now Lindy gets it down low. Is that Sophie Strand? Nice play by Sophie to kick it out to Harley Kunstleibin for 3, and just off the back iron. Corralled by Holdingford.
Yeah, that ball was kind of loose. Lindy just came up with it and passed it out right away, and then great kick out to Harley Kunstleibin.
Yep. Lindy's a scrapper down there. That shot is long. Harley Kunstleibin brings it in. Harley now driving. Oh, and they're going to call a travel on Harley. Painesville's 4th turnover of the half. The 9th grader Macy Carlson in now for Lindy Hannon. Macy, leading scorer for the Dogs, with 7. She does have 2, I know for sure, fouls on the night. Small in stature, but she's a hustler, and there's going to be a turnover for holding for it, their third of the half. So our defense is better this half, Mitchell. We're creating turnovers.
Yeah, and this fast pace, I mean, they're definitely, they need to slow the ball down. I mean, they're keeping it moving, which is good, but then that's causing turnovers for both us, both them and us.
Right, there's a nice bounce pass by Bryn Johnson, and then a foul before Everson can get it up in the air. Foul is on number 25, I believe. That is Becker, the senior, her second. Inbounded, this is Johnson. Dribble drive, free throw line, pulls up from 5, too hard off the backboard, and it's going to roll. Holding forward brings it down. And they cross the timeline now. This is number 23, Paulzine in. A 3-point shot, no, a 2-point shot by Garrett's is good. Marissa Garrett's now with 12 points on the night for holding forward.
Boy, that was pretty close. I bet her foot was just on the line.
Yep, this is Leeser now. Dribble drive, no good. And we just can't find a basket, and we're going to get a foul. And one of those two girls is going to pick up their fourth, I believe. Bryn Johnson, number 32, her fourth foul of the game with 14 minutes left. Fourth foul picked up for Bryn. That makes it tough.
Looks like Carlson's going to keep her in, which, I mean, that's kind of what you have to do, but just hope that she's got enough to not get that.
Yeah, nice up and under move by number 11, Garrett's. That's Grace Garrett's. Doesn't fall. Baseball pass to Natalie Leeser. Quickly up to Kylie Everson and rolls off, but looked like Natalie Leeser got that rebound and quickly put it back up, and she is fouled.
Yeah, like I said before, this is definitely a faster pace than I think both teams are used to. And it's just, I mean, you got to get that adjustment, and, I mean, it's just faster. You don't know what to do. You start panicking a little bit.
Yeah, you panic a little bit. That's exactly what happens here, you know, and it's kind of a loose ball, and you're just kind of going 100 miles an hour. Leeser's second free throw is hard. 1 of 2 for her. Quickly up comes holding for it. That's Garrett's. To Paulzine. Back to Garrett's now, the senior. Number 23, that is Paulzine. Garrett's swings it over to Hoika. Hoika back to Garrett's. Paulzine for 2, and that's off. Rebound. Oh, Hoika went up over the top of Ryder to get that.
Yeah, I think the girls got to start boxing out, otherwise they're not going to get any of those rebounds. And offensive rebounds definitely kill you.
Yes, they do. You know, you give that team those second and third opportunities, and there's Becker down low. Another bucket for her. She's got 16 now on the night for holding forward. Ryder on the wing, up the base, off the sideline to Natalie Leeser, playing with 3 fouls. Natalie gives off to Macy Carlson. Everson down low. This is Bryn Johnson. Tries to make a move. Looked like she got fouled. No call. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to go to holding forward.
Well, that looked like she got shoved very bad with the body.
Yeah, it looked like body there, right, Mitchell?
Yep. Carlson being very cautious now with that technical in the first part. He's kind of definitely not silenced, but he's definitely quiet down a little bit, trying not to get that last one. There, fouled by number 3, Callie Ryder. That will put, let's see, Becker to the line for shooting 2. That was a foul on the arm, kind of a little bit of a fast break there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ryder was out of position and had to make that foul, and that's her third now. Becker's free throw is good. She's got 3 free throws tonight. She's got a nice-looking stroke there for a center. Nice-looking shot there. And you're right, you know, Coach Carlson staying on that bench. Of course, after you get that first technical, you're not supposed to stand up. Usually they try to keep an eye on you. Macy Carlson now. Gives it off to Bryn Johnson. Bryn crosses the timeline now. Goes to the free throw line. Back to Carlson. Quickly over to Ryder. Swings it over to Natalie Leeser. She drives inside. She gives it back out to Ryder for 3. In and out for Ryder for 3. Good hustle there by Leeser trying to get the rebound. Can't get it. Here comes holding for it on the break. Oh, and all the way is number 11, Grace Garrett's for 2. A nice drive all the way for Garrett's. And they open up a 62-26 lead here. Look like a foul with the body. That is number 23, Paulzine. looks like Kendra Schlaper checking in for the first time. She's coming in for Natalie Leeser.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say the JV came up short. I think they lost by like 15 tonight. They were down by about 25 early, and they came back, battled back, and had a nice second half for the girls. Just came up short. It's inside there. A couple girls on the ground. Everson on the ground with them.
Yeah, C-Squad, great game on the C-Squad side. It was back and forth all game, went into overtime, and I believe the girls ended up losing by 4. But it was very close, and just towards the end, they got a jump ball, ended up being the other team's ball, and they pretty much just held it and made their free throws.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I heard it went into overtime there. This is Schlaper, swings it over. That is Bryn Johnson. Bryn gets it to Everson, and she corrals it back, and then, and it's thrown to the feet of Schlaper. That's a turnover. And she runs, nobody there, and it's on the floor now, and Everson on it, and we got a timeout by holding for it, and it wasn't going to be over and back because Paynesville player on the floor there, Kylie Everson, did tip that. And when holding for did corral that ball, their head coach, Aaron Bring, calls a timeout. 62-26, and it's kind of a quirk in the schedule. These girls just played up in Holdingford on Friday night, and now Holdingford is back here in Paynesville tonight. And this is a makeup game from that unfortunate incident. Holdingford, I believe the head coach, the boys coach, his wife passed away in a horrific accident earlier in the season, so they canceled, I think, both the girls and the boys' basketball games for like a week there, and that was a tough situation for the whole community.
Yeah, our head coach, Rick Hendrickson, said that he graduated with the Holdingford's coach's wife, the one that did die. Yep, and it wasn't a car accident, and she was pregnant with their second child.
Yeah.
He said it was a pretty emotional day for everyone.
And I believe it, and I can understand why they wanted to cancel all after school activities for that week, and that is the reason why, if some of our listeners looked at the schedule and saw that we played Holdingford 2 consecutive games, it doesn't usually happen like that, but that is the reason why they have come to Paynesville tonight. So for Paynesville, same 5 out there on the court: Carlson, Schlaper, Johnson, Everson, and Callie Ryder.
Playing them back-to-back, isn't the worst thing. You kind of have been working on, at least we do with the guys, you work on how their style of offense and style of defense is the whole week.
Right.
Well, then you get to play them twice, so you get to see it twice. That can help you, and I think that definitely... hit it again. Definitely did with the girls holding for. They definitely know what the dogs are going to come with,
yep.
And I don't think we paid enough attention.
Yeah, these girls look pretty good, 7 and 8, but they're making some buckets tonight. That's Kendra Jarrett. She's only a sophomore. 3 Garretts on the team. This is Carlson out to Schlaper. Schlaper over to Bryn Johnson. Ryder looks inside. That's Everson. Swings it out to Macy Carlson. Carlson's shot is short. Rebound by Holdingford.
Boy, there's another. We just have to start boxing out and getting rebounds.
Yeah.
This is definitely, in the beginning, it was more of a rebound game.
Right.
Now they got a big enough lead that they can start backing off, I think, is what they're doing.
Yeah, they're coming out of that press now. They're just picking us up at half court. This is Carlson for 3 now. Macy just short. Rebound. Gets her own rebound. This is Ryder. Top of the key. Shoots that 3-pointer. That's hard. Rebound. That's Everson. Nice rebound. You're just talking about that, Mitchell, those offensive rebounds, and that's a nice rebound for the Dogs. We're having issues up here with Mitchell using his hands as he talks, and I do the same thing, and we're hitting the camera, and oh my goodness, it's going crazy. Number 14, that's Hoika. Her second bucket of the night. 68-28. 9:52 left in this game. Carlson to Ryder, back to Carlson. Looks inside to Bryn Johnson. Johnson, Everson, this is Schlaper. She'll shoot that 3, and that's off. Rebound, Holdingford.
Looked like she got hit a little bit on her arm when she shot that, but I guess no call.
I was watching the screen inside the Crow's Nest, so I didn't see it probably as clear as you did. Down low now. Swings it over. This is number 14, Kendra Garrett's Oh, and out of bounds, a turnover. They got a lot of sophomores. The Huskers do. 1, 2, 3 seniors only on this team.
Very young team.
Very young team.
They'll be experienced next year and the year after for sure.
Yeah, and then Paynesville coming here with 3 seniors. Just Taylor Ryder, who's been out now for, almost a month, I would think, with an injury, unfortunately, for Taylor. And that hurts, too. You got one of your seniors starters been out for quite a while for the Bulldogs. You know, that a lot of experience there. Bryn Johnson will go to the free throw line here.
And I know Taylor, they're definitely missing her as a player, but definitely as a leader too. I mean, it's different. Yeah, you try to cheer on your team sitting on the sidelines, but I mean, you definitely can get in there more when you're experiencing the same stuff they are on the court.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's hard to be on the bench and trying to support your team as best you can without actually being out there. Holding for now. Brings it up. This is number 10, Soltis. She's still out there. Oh, nice play by Lindy Hennon. No, yes, that is Lindy with the steal. Bryn Johnson now will bring it up. Johnson to Lindy. Harley Kunsleben back in for the Dogs. Bounce pass in the lane there. There's Bryn Johnson hard off the backboard. Girls crashing the boards, just not coming through with it. Now Bryn all over her. Nicely done, and it quickly had to call timeout by Coach Bring there. She was kind of trapped on the backside of the timeline. Almost a 10-second call.
Johnson's definitely looking like she's getting hit from both sides on the body, and I mean, I don't know what you're looking for as a ref, but how I try to make it look is either if they hit your arm or if you're going to sell it for your body. I mean, she's definitely selling it, and there's no call whatsoever.
You know, that's a good point, Mitchell. That's what you got to do a lot of times as a player is you got to sell that foul, and even by selling it, she's not getting the call. And 16 fouls for holding for it and 4 for the Dogs here in the second half. So.
Well, I think Carlson definitely told his girls, you got to move your feet and keep your hands up.
Yep.
He's going to be trying to play clean so that he doesn't get any more stupid fouls.
Yep. Now back in here is Natalie Leeser. Schlaper out on number 10. That is Soltis. Inside now. Swings it. Tipped over there by Harley Kunsleben. Nicely done, Harley, getting that tip. Get your hands up and tip that basketball best you can. It looks like all 5 new starters coming in for the Bulldogs. Looks like you're going to have to help me with this last name now. Ashley Skadsum.
Skadsum, yep.
Skadsum, all right. And little Hennon, younger Hennon. Maddie Henches. We have Lindy Hennon. No, Callie Hennon. That's who's in there. Grace Hutch in there, the junior. And help me out again. Not Delaney.
Erica Gaby.
Erica Gaby. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's definitely fun at this point of the game when I get to see my grade going in there and playing towards the end. It's always fun to get to watch them a little bit.
Yeah, it's always, it's a great experience for the girls. And Maddie Henches out there, another freshman. She had a really nice game on the JV. I was watching that earlier. She had to pour in at least 15 points in the second half alone in that game.
Her and Macy definitely work good together, and both of them getting moved up, they definitely have the talent, and now they're going to get the experience, which is going to be good. Yeah,
the potential's there, absolutely. 2 freshmen there. And like you said earlier, that C-Squad team did have a nice overtime. Unfortunately, came up just a couple buckets short, and that sophomore grade, there's some talent in that sophomore grade. And tonight they just kind of ran into a buzzsaw with this holding for Huskers. Defensive pressure on the ball has been pretty severe. It kind of reminds me of that Eden Valley Watkins girls team where they pressure the ball quite a bit and just hope and make you turn the ball over, make you do things you don't want to do.
See, and that's what our freshman team did last year, me being a freshman last year, down on C Squad. I always told our coach, let's press them right away. Yes, we'll get tired, but we'll have the momentum. They'll get tired. They're not going to be scoring. They're going to have turnovers, and that just keeps wearing on you.
Right.
Where now when we come up to JV, we only have 7 guys. We're so tired by the second half, we can't press the first half,
Right.
which is too bad, but I mean, it's what you got to do.
Yeah, that's, and it's the young kids that don't understand that how important defense is. Defense can turn into some really easy offense, and once you learn that and get some turnovers and create some easy baskets, that's what you need. This is Maddie Henches. Tries to swing it over to Erica Gaby, but that's turned over all the way back down the court. Holding for it now, swings it over. Number 21, Breath, comes up short. Tip back in play, and Gaby comes up with it. Erica now gives it to Maddie. Henches now. She crosses that timeline. Swings it over. That's Hennon. Hennon in to Scasm. Oh, just a little short. And was that Grace?
No, that was Ashley. Ashley shot it, and Grace had the assist there for a little bit.
Hennon trying to get back on defense. Now Maddie comes out. This is number 10, Soltis for 3, and that's going to roll in. Paige Soltis, the senior.
A little bit of a brick shot on the back, and just
kind of rolled in there. Yeah, it did. This is Hennon now. Bounce pass over to Gabby. Scasm? No, Grace Hutch.
There you go.
Grace down low, gets it back out. Swings it over to Maddie. Henches gets double teamed down the corner, gets it back to Callie Hennon. Oh, and it's going to be a turnover. Hennon throws it away. 5:50 left, 76-30. Number 2, Brooke Fedler is in, a sophomore. Also in is number 23 for holding forward, Paige Paulzine, a sophomore. So some of the young players for holding forward are getting in too right now. Swings it over. Nice tip by Erica.
Looks like we got 8 listeners. Thanks again for tuning in. Sorry we couldn't get the first half going there a little bit, but luckily Jacob came in and we got it figured out.
Yep. Yeah, we got the Wizard up here to pull the curtain back and help us out a little bit. The Wizard of Paynesville. This is Hannon. Picks up her dribble, tries to go inside to Grace Hutch, and that's turned away. And here come the Huskers. A nice transition basket for holding forward.
Yeah, that was a great 2-on-1 moment where they just have that other defender on the weak side and just pass it back and forth till one's open.
Yep, nicely done. Swings it out on top. Bounce pass. Oh, and Hennon tries to bounce pass and it doesn't go. Turned over all the way down. Holding for scores again, 82-30. This is Hennon, Callie Hennon. Swings it over. Down low, and that's turned over. Trying to get it to Grace Hutch, and she can't come up with it. Quickly down, left-handed layup is no good. Rebound all the way back out. The Huskers corral it. Out by the timeline. Swing it into the middle. This is Paulzine. It's good. Number 23, Paige Paulzine. The sophomore scores for the Huskers. Maddie Henches to Gaby, I'm sorry. I'll get these names right sooner or later. Callie Hennon, back to Henches, back to Gaby. Tries to get it to Maddie. Knocked away. Again, the girls go to St. John's Prep on Thursday night. Oh, and swung over to Maddie Henches, but it's gone out of bounds. 3:22 left in this game.
Yeah, even this holding forward JV team, they definitely run the same style of offense as their varsity, and they keep moving that ball, looking for layups, and that's what works. We just got to keep swinging it on the Bulldogs' end.
And that was a nice tip there by Gaby. This is Hennon going to shoot up a 3, and it looked like it got tipped. Holding for comes down with it, and Hennon comes in with a nice steal. Gets to Scadam, or what's Ashley's. This is Erica Gaby to Henches. Maddie now drives the free throw line. Oh boy, and she got hit with the body, but there's no call. Tipped out of bounds. Tipped out of bounds by the Bulldogs. Looked like Maddie got fouled there on the drive. No call. Did I see that right?
That's what I saw. That looked like a big body there.
Yeah.
But
no call. Quickly ahead here. Nobody there for the Huskers. Brings it back out to number 13, Jarrett's, only a sophomore. Kendra Garrett's.
Boy, when you got that 2-on-2 advantage like she had in the beginning, you have to take that to the hoop.
Yep.
You can't wait for the defense to get set.
That's right. That's a nice box out there by the sophomore, Ashley Scadzam. Swung over, back out on top. Trying to go inside, and there's a push over. And I think Grace Ouch is going to be going to the free throw line, shooting 1 and 1. See if Grace can get her first varsity point of the night at the free throw line. Shooting 1 and 1 here. Free throw is up, and it is good. Nice to see Grace get that bucket. The junior, 5'6" junior. Second free throw on the way, and that's going to roll around the rim and out. Pulled down by Holding Ford. Pulls it back up, top of the key now.
Well, these girls definitely like to drive and stop, and
Yep.
I mean, that's got to be debatable. I mean, I hope the refs are watching, at least from what I've seen.
Looks like a lot of travels.
But
Yeah.
who knows? They're closer than I am.
Yeah. Ashley now will swing it up to Maddie. Hance just can't get a shot off, and Maddie can shoot that three. Ashley now trapped in the corner, back out to Maddie. Maddie's going to shoot that now, and it's going to roll in. Three-pointer. They gave her the three. Maddie Henches hits the three-pointer for the Dogs.
I don't think she forced that up, but that was definitely a catch-and-shoot kind of shot.
Yes, it was.
But it was good, rolled in, and she got her luck.
And that might be Maddie's first points on varsity.
Boy, I hope there's many more to come from her. She can definitely shoot the three.
Yeah. And maybe we should have her our player of the game and have a little interview with her after the game for having her first, I think that's her first varsity points. Mitchell, I don't know. Our Macy's got 7 tonight. Maybe we can get her up here and ask her how it feels playing a little varsity. Macy had a pretty good game as her first freshman. You know, I know she played the second half of the BBE game, or the first half of the BBE game. And this is going to wind the clock out. Our final score up here in the Crow's Nest here in Paynesville. The Holdingford Huskers even the record at 8-8 with an 84-34 victory over the Bulldogs from Paynesville. And we're going to be off the air until next Tuesday night when the boys take on the same Holdingford team. Next Tuesday night from the Crow's Nest, me and Jacob, I'm sure, will be up here. Mitchell will be playing.
Yeah, that should be a good one, along with Thursday and Bruton. It's definitely, they have always been known to be good at basketball.
Yep.
So we're definitely going to have to practice these next couple days, and
Should be
see how it goes.
Should be a fun time.
It should be. I hope so.
Now, do we want to have a player of the game? And I think if we're gonna, I think we should have Macy Carlson maybe up here.
Okay.
What do you think, Mitch?
That's fine by me.
7 points tonight for the freshman. If Mitchell, you want to go down there and grab her, just bring her right up here, just like we did with you last week when you were surprised with that Emily Ottman asking you to prom. Macy knows that she's only a freshman; she can't go, so we don't have to scare her or anything like that. If you want to ask her to come up here, and we'll get a couple questions with her after a minute. Thanks, Mitchell. So with that, unfortunately, coming up short tonight for the Dogs. The girls are down there right now getting their post-game huddle with Coach Carlson and the coaching staff from Paynesville. Jacob, my man, is still up here with me, finishing up our night. It was a hectic night up here in the Crow's Nest without Jacob. He can't be leaving us like that. I know that duty calls and he's got to go to that school board. maybe we can get him on this headset here. And my man, Jacob.
Hey, Lee, it's good to be back online here. And, you know, when you start new things, a new process, that's the new software that we got for the score and the time and everything on that. So, you know, when you always try something new, there's always going to be something wrong. And we definitely had some things wrong in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But, you know, got to fine-tune everything. Yep. But hopefully, you know what, after I'm gone and Lee, you'll still be up here. I know. We'll get you up here.
Oh,
if you're in a wheelchair. We'll get you up here.
And, the general will keep showing up as long as you guys will have me. There's no doubt about that. I enjoy coming up here and spending time with you guys. And, you know, it's just a pleasure to work with all you high school students up here, you know, and worked with Eric Johnson in the fall sports and football. And I know we're talking about in the spring, too, we'd like to do some spring events, baseball, softball. And I don't know if you're going to be available in the spring. I think
more than likely, yeah. I'm going to be in track this spring. For right now, I still am. But,
okay.
Yeah, we'll still get some of the best baseball and softball games as they are on the off, sometimes on the off meets for track meets. Yeah, and
of course they got a lot of softball, baseball, a lot of times same nights. So it's unfortunately we're not going to be able to get them both. Mitchell's trying to get Macy, and I don't know if Macy wants to come up here. She might be a little shy as a freshman, so we might not be able to get a halftime or a post-game interview, but maybe she's still going to come up here. She's got to put the chairs away, maybe. Mitchell's going to straddle his way back up here and see if he's got her or not. But yeah, hopefully we can get. Mitchell says she's going to come up here.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you know, if you don't have anything, if it works in your schedule to set me up,
sure,
and we can sit up in the press box at the stadium and do some baseball games in the spring. But I don't like that cold weather, Jacob. So if it's April and it's like 40 degrees, I don't know. I might have to. We're gonna have to set this up in my living room. Maybe can we do that?
Yeah, maybe.
You know?
Or we'll just get a little space heater and we'll put that in the little press box there. But yeah, we're definitely looking forward to some baseball and softball games. In the spring
and we still got a lot of basketball to play. You know, the girls, I believe, started a week before the guys. So the girls' regular season finishes up here as I look at my schedule. I don't bring my reading glasses with. Boy, oh boy, that's some small print, isn't it? Our last game is going to be February 19th at YME. And then the following, about 3 or 4 days later, the playoffs start. So the girls start a week before that, or that week, and then the boys' final regular season game is February 26th. So a week, 2 weeks after the girls finish their regular season, the boys will finish theirs. And it'll be interesting to see if we can maybe go on the road for some playoff games even, Jacob. I mean, like we did for the football season. That would be ideal.
Yeah, we'll see how this equipment works, and we'll be able to hopefully go on the road, maybe to Eden Valley game for the boys' game.
Absolutely. I see our player of the game, Macy Carlson, is here now, and Macy's going to grab the old headset for us. And Macy, if you can put that on. Can you hear me, Mace?
Yep.
All right. Hey, Macy, great game tonight.
Thank you.
I got you down for 7 points unofficially. Now, I know you did get some playing time in that varsity against BBE. Was that your first varsity action?
I think I got in like maybe a couple minutes in the Maple Lake game right before that one, but otherwise, yeah.
And now tonight was probably your most minutes that you played in a varsity game?
Probably, yeah.
Is it, do you feel comfortable out there? You sure look, from up here, it looked like you definitely belong out there, and it looked pretty good out there. How's it feel out there?
Yeah, it's a lot faster paced, but it's fun playing with those girls.
Absolutely. And then, of course, we got Maddie. She got some playing time, too, another freshman, and she made a bucket tonight.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was awesome to see. And now is the plan, I don't know if you've talked to the coaches, is the plan for you to continue to play that one half of JV and then be able to play 2 halves of varsity every night?
I think so,
And you're fine with that? You still enjoy, you're young enough where you don't mind playing 3 halves?
No, yeah, it's fun. The more basketball, the better.
I love to hear it. Macy Carlson, the freshman, with 7 points. Our player of the game. Macy, thank you so much for coming up and visiting with us.
Guys.
All right. Thanks, Macy. Yep. Give it right back there. And Mitchell, it's good to see those young girls like Macy coming in and scoring some points and getting involved. And
Yeah, it is, and her and Maddie both are very young, very talented, and in the next couple of years, I think they're going to be fun to watch.
They're going to be They're going to be really fun to watch. Well, are we signing off? We're signing off from Paynesville. This is the General, Lee Schlaper. Sky Yuma, row the boat, go Gophers, more importantly, and let's go Bulldogs.
There we go. And
Mitchell.
Jacob from me and the Wizard here. Stay cool, Paynesville.
All right. We'll see you next week. Me and the Wizard here.